Welcome to USA Global TV and Radio, where our mission is to provide education, entertainment, hope, and inspiration. USA Global TV and Radio connects you with experts and audiences all around the world every single day to help you succeed in business and to live a richer life. Visit us at usaglobaltv.com to learn about career and life-changing training and mentoring programs like the Listening Mentor. Subscribe to our newsletter to stay informed about our special programs and offers. Discover how you can become a guest on one of our shows or a host or producer of a USA Global TV and Radio show of your very own. That's USA Global TV and Radio, where the doctor is always in.
Hello and a very warm welcome to the Film and Music Show on USA Global TV and Radio. I want to say hello to all our viewers of USA Global TV and Radio, that are viewers on YouTube channel, our viewers on LinkedIn and Facebook, and I get LinkedIn as well. Yes, absolutely. So for today's Film and Music Show, we have a special today. My name is Dr. Madalenechan, and I present the Talking Heads on the episode, which I do that on usually on Fridays. But what I'd like to talk to you about today on the Film and Music Show is about the voice. Now, the voice is a vital key to communication, as well as our ears as well. But our voice is the instrument that expresses what we want to say in sound and words. So before I go on about today's special little subject or topic, I just want to say thank you so much to all our guests that have been on the Film and Music TV show. We've had at least now 67 guests, and that's pretty good going. We've interviewed guests from the film and music, whether they're in front of the camera, behind in production, or in writing, or in designing, or whether they're novelists, screenplay writers, photographers, managers, the stars themselves, singers, songwriters, musicians, people that build backstage props. So many different creative artists. And we have more for next year. So please do continue to go on USA Global TV and Radio / book your session. Use the cursor and go further down until you see the tab Film and Music Show. Click on that and then follow the instructions. And then you will have the experience and you will have the opportunity to become a guest to talk about what you love to do, how you influence other people through your creativity, and what your future goals would be as well. So please do go on to USA Global TV and Radio / book your session. Actually, go on to the top. It says book your session. Click that and tap down until you see the show tile, Film and Music Show. I want to say thank you to Audi. Audi K. Barrier is an international singer-songwriter, and he's the sponsor for the Film and Music Show. So without Audi, the show might not be, meaning with Audi sponsoring it, it gives all of you creatives an opportunity to be interviewed as a guest for free. So please do continue and support and tell your friends who are in the creative fields, yes, to be on the Film and Music Show because it's free. I don't know how long it'll be for free. However, it depends because sponsorship lasts for so long. So let's just see. So please do continue to support. We're booked up until the mid-January 2025. So we still have room. So please do continue and support us and keep the creativity and the creative hearts alive, for it is a new wave vibration. Right. So I'm going to go on to today's topic for the Film and Music Show for this week. As I mentioned earlier, the voice is a vital instrument. It's what makes us be heard. It's what helps us to project what we're feeling and what we're thinking as well, because we can think out loud with our voice. When you work with your voice, it's important that you do exercise, vocal maintenance. Vocal maintenance is vital because you have to look after your vocal cords. If you don't look after your vocal cords, which is your voice box, which the voice box brings the sound and the resonance. If you don't look after it, then it's almost the pipes, the vocal pipes, they get dusty. And when they get dusty, it means that if you are always projecting your voice out, it could be you're addressing someone, but you're speaking in a louder tone than your speaking tone. And therefore you'll end up applying pressure to your voice box. Take, for example, if you're running, you wouldn't run a marathon straight away, would you? No, you wouldn't. You would actually train slowly and get your muscles introduced to exercise so they can expand and flexibility. The same is with the voice. One needs a flexible voice. Even if you're going out on a podium and you're about to address a whole audience, you have to warm your voice up. If you have a cold drink and you don't warm your voice up, and then you go straight onto the podium, you'll find that your voice will lack the color and the tone, and you'll end up getting very tired. The voice will become tired, and the vibration and the resonance will not be that bright tone that was required to express what you're about to share with your audience. And if your voice lacks that vibrancy, the audience switches off, literally, because life's about energy, vibration, and tone and frequency. Voice is vibration and frequency. If you have a tired voice, then you're going to sound, what you're going to do is you're going to put the shutters down. So you open yourself, as soon as the program begins, you open yourself bright, full of energy, speaking with that beautiful voice. Hello, welcome. La, 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 la. Very bright and happy. Now, let's say you've been talking for about 15, 20 minutes and your voice starts to, what happens when your voice gets tired? It starts to go down a tone. Well, half a tone, should we say. It goes down half a tone. And then it starts to get tired. So where you opened that brightness, that vibrancy, and you brought you captured your audience 10 minutes into your speech, you're getting tired. Your voice becomes tired. Starts to lack color, starts to lack that magic, that tone, that vibrancy. It lacks the vibrancy, and you've lost your audience. It's very important, if you are a speaker, if you hold conferences, you do need to warm your voice up. You do need to look at vocal maintenance, looking after your voice. Number one, make sure that you don't have a drink with ice, because what ice does, it dries your throat. If you have any kind of like orange juice or any sugar drinks, it has a coating on your voice. It's best not to eat before you're about to go on a podium, sing, or give any performance with your voice, expressing your voice. This will help you to keep that vibrancy, keep the energy up. It's just the same as when you exercise your limbs and you have flexibility. The same with the voice. The voice, you have to exercise to expand and make the voice flexible. Otherwise, you'll be pushing your voice to go a tone higher and project even louder. Now, if you've never really projected your voice out loud, expanded, your voice will suffer. The voice box will suffer. So it's important, vocal maintenance. It would be good to have a few lessons. Why? Because you need to be able to have that instrument, that voice box, that instrument, to be flexible, to be able to switch on, to be able to bring it to its full vibrancy. It's not just a case of, oh, I'll just do some breathing and then I'll go out there. No, I mean, the breathing is a vital key. But what it's about is sustaining, maintaining your vocal health. Remember, you're about to do a marathon. You wouldn't run a marathon at all if you'd never really run before. You have to build up slowly. And it's the same with the voice. You have to build up in order for it to become flexible, full of vibrancy. Anyone that is at interviews, that is a journalist or even that's in media, they do need to look after their voice. It's also important that when you lose your voice through an illness, even though there's signs of your voice coming back, your voice will not be in its full recovery until maybe, let's say 2 weeks after, even more. So be gentle, be kind with your voice. If you do not do vocal health maintenance, you will find that when you do catch a cold or influenza, it will already go to a weak part of your body. And if you're using your voice a lot and do not maintain vocal health maintenance, you will find you may have a case of laryngitis where you lose your voice constantly. And that's an indication that your voice needs to be exercised more. It's terrible when you hear a singer where they're absolutely giving their full performance, full vibrancy, full color of that song, expressing the fullness of the song. And then after 2 or 3 songs, they flake. They become so tired and drained. It's a physical exercise with the voice. The voice is an instrument and it needs to be looked after. Just like any physical instrument, it needs to be looked after. Every day you need to attune your instrument, attune the piano, tune the guitar, any kind of string or any kind of instrument, you need to attune it every day before you go into performance. Now, you have to look at your voice as an instrument. And when you look at your voice as an instrument, it's still part of you. But when you look at it as an instrument, you start to see it in a different way. You start to shift your energy, your mind, and you understand it in a different way. And you'll know then that before you do any kind of voice projection, you need to tune it up, tune your voice up. And tune your voice up by doing your breathing techniques and then going into some nice voice exercise, vocal exercise. I myself, I'm a singing teacher. I've been singing and performing for the last 3 decades. And it's all I know, really. And my journey when I was recording in the studio with the record labels, the producers gave me a lot of hassle because I had to reach a certain note within a certain short time, because time was money in the recording studio. And they didn't give you that time to warm up, even though, in fact, to be honest, I didn't warm up at the beginning. I was like talking to my friends outside the studio who were in the group. And then the manager would say, okay, you're in, you got to go in, cue, got to go into the recording studio. Then they play the track. And then we'd have to, as we sing each track, we'd be warming up. But that was wasting a lot of time. And that was putting a lot of pressure on my voice. In the end, we took us for so many takes to get that right, the right sound, the right performance. And then I realized, oh my goodness, I have spent these last 2 hours talking to my friends, all of us, when really we should have been warming up our vocals so that we're going there and we're ready. So we were warming up as we were recording. That didn't look good and it didn't sound good. And it cost more money. So I would say, any artists out there, please do. It's nice to go and talk to your friends and everything and talk about life and what's going on or exciting things that's going to be happening with the group. But do yourself a favor and take yourself away from the group, unless you actually exercise with the group and do a vocal exercise together, which will be fun. But it's important. At least 10 minutes of vocal warm-up, your voice will thank you so much. Your voice box, your vocal cords, that honestly, that it will really thank you. So I wrote this book called Colours of the Voice. It's a course book, and I teach about the inner voice, which I believe, and through my experience, that we have many tones and colours to our inner voice. This inner voice is not attuned with root notes, as in the keys of a guitar or the piano. It's actually within your internal voice. It's your internal voice. You don't sing it to the pitch, but you feel it with the tone. So if there's certain energy blocks within your voice, it could be something that you're not even aware of. But when I work with the inner voice, which I work with creative visualization, certain sounds and colors and tones. And what it does is it makes you relaxed, and it takes you through all the different tones, your lower register, your mid register, your upper register. But we work with, if you've heard of the chakras are our wheels of energy. So we have the root chakra, which is the lowest. Then we have the sacral, the mid-low. Then we have the, how can I say, solar plexus, which is the mid-register voice. And then we've got the heart voice, the middle register voice, like the middle part of the register voice. And we go further to our head voice and further up. But what we do is, because I incorporate different tones, visualization, the internal voice, you're going naturally with your voice, and the mind is not thinking about the pitch. Because when you play a note or a key, what happens, you listen to that note and it sends a signal to the brain and to the ears, connection, and says, this is the tone, this is the pitch. Now, when you sing that note and you're off key, it's almost your mind registers that's off. Your ears register, oh, there's something not right there. So if you're singing with your internal voice and you have no pitch or key, the mind cannot decide if that's wrong, in the wrong pitch, or right, because it has no guide. So it's going with your voice and your feeling, because your voice and your feeling is more powerful and produces better results than actually when you're learning with a keyboard. However, I believe it's about having the perfect balance. And the perfect balance for me is in this book, what I decided to write down in this course book. So it's the internal voice, the colors of the voice, the more holistic way, but then balanced with the voice of the external voice, the voice that attunes with the notes and the keys and the scales. So when you have a nice balance, you bring out the best in your voice. When you're singing with your internal voice, you're relaxed and you go beyond your range. You expand and produce great sound and frequency. Whereas if you follow a scale, you will find that your mind will go, oh, that's too high, and immediately put a block on or put a question mark. Oh, I don't know, that's too much. That's why it's good to have the perfect balance, and that is inner voice and outer voice. And at the same time, we've got the colors, when you sing in colors as well. So you sing in the tones of colors. If let's say you come from, your language is different from English, then there's going to be certain phonetics that need to be strengthened. So because I've worked with a lot of international students in Malta, in Hong Kong, in Germany, in Denmark, in Belgium, there's been some, in Italian, there's been some, and Spanish, phonetics. So when you're singing an American song or an English song, there's certain words that are not pronounced. Oh, and Japanese, sorry, I've worked with Japanese. And because of that, I decided to include about phonetics, because phonetics is a key as well, in order for you to pronounce the words, the lyrics. So I offer 15 lessons with this book. So you pay for the 15 lessons, and you get the course book. This book, however, is not on any Amazon or any social media platforms, because this book needs to work. It's a course book, needs to work with the lessons. You could, however, try work through it, but it's important for a guide to be there. And that's why my aim is I'd like to teach the world to sing. Now, singing doesn't mean singing, it means projecting your voice on the podium when you give interviews. For example, when you're interviewing someone, your voice has to be fresh. You have to warm up. If you don't, you will lack that vibrance, that freshness, that zest. At the same time, the person that you're interviewing will magnetize, will almost respond in a negative way, well, in a more dulcet tone. It's important when you interview someone to keep it uplifting and fresh, but then to also notice when the person you're interviewing is talking of a more serious matter. It's important for you to listen well and listen to the tone of the voice. If the voice becomes more closed off and almost a lower, quieter tone, that is the signal that you need to really listen in, because the tone has changed. And when the tone has changed, you have to listen in, because it could be something important that you will miss out. Because if you're like, and you're having fun and laughter with the person you're interviewing, and it's very interesting, the topic that you're discussing, all of a sudden they change their tone. It's almost, it goes down half a tone, and it's more closed, quieter, and almost quite struggling with the voice. If you don't listen and you carry on responding in that happy tone, that could be quite offensive to that person, because that person could be talking of something of a sensitive nature that's happened to them. Even though you might not have asked them a question, oh, what pain, what was your journey? Did you experience any drama, or did you experience any pain on your journey? How did you deal with that? Because sometimes when you're interviewing someone, they could be on a high and they're really happy, saying what they do, expressing it and everything. But remember, it's about emotions. So therefore, they're real with themselves and they go with their emotions. If all of a sudden their emotions change, you have to be aware when they have changed their tone. You have to listen really to that tone. Listen to the tone. If the tone has gone from a bright vibrancy to more of a closed off, more of a lower tone, then you have to set, the mind automatically says, what's happened? That energy, that freshness is not there anymore. That vibrancy, that frequency is not there. It's changed. So I will say it's important to understand about the colors of the voice, because as a presenter, it's vital you can be aware of when the change of the tone happens with the person that you're interviewing. Because remember, it's about asking questions, but it's also about that person feeling the emotions. And if they're on to one, you have to allow them to express themselves, but you have to be there to support them, to be a rock, to be a supportive to them. That is a real vital key in presenting. In fact, it's more vital than just having a happy, uplifting tone all the way through, because it's the colors and the tones and the emotional tones. Plus, you have to listen well. The key to presenting is listening well. Elevated listening, so you can listen to the conversation, listen to their expression, and listen to when their tone changes, because something has happened within that story that person that you're interviewing is trying to convey. That, to me, and from my experience and from who I've heard as well, is the key to being a really good TV and radio even presenter. Listening skills more than anything, and listening when a person changes their tone, even though you didn't ask a question to go on to another topic within that interview. How fascinating, huh? It's beautiful. So, Colours of the Voice, please do contact me. I can help anyone that would like to express their voice for interviewing, to become a presenter. Anyone that wants to be on that podium or in a conference and wants to express about the product or the brand with confidence. Anyone that feels they haven't really got to know who they are. You see, with the Colours of the Voice, you start going on the journey of discovering the colours and tones and vibration and frequency of your true self. Right now, in these times, more than anything, you have to be true to yourself. More than anything. Many times we listen to other people that has major influence, and we wonder why things go wrong. Start to listen to your body. Start to listen to what you're. Try not to go and overthink. Try to listen by feeling. That's a new one, is it? Listen by feeling. Because you listen and you feel the emotion, you feel the vibration, you feel the true emotion that's coming through, that dialogue that someone is expressing through voice. How fascinating, huh? Fascinating. So if you want to, anybody can become a singer. Anyone can. But to become a master singer, that's what you need to do. To become a masterful singer, you do need to invest in yourself. And I, for one, can really help you to express your voice. Let's say you need your voice to express that you want to ask that person out that you've been wanting to. Or it gives you confidence. It fills you up with confidence so that you have the confidence in every area of your life. It is an absolute win-win situation. However, here comes the do-do-do-do-do-do-do. When you begin exploring internally your colors and tones, vibration and frequency of your voice, if there are blockages that are unseen, that will come out in your voice. So before you reach that happy, vibrancy of your voice, you will end up going on a journey with your voice. And that's what I'm going to say. Yeah, we will get the result and you'll feel that happiness straight away because your voice will open out. I'll work with your voice and you'll go, wow, this is my voice. Then if there's work within your voice, within your internal voice, then the colors of the voice start to looking at the, how can I say, the shadows, the blocks, the stagnant energy within your tone of your voice. It's a fantastic journey, and I really believe that as humanity, to explore the colors of the voice internally and externally. So that's like, for example, we live in an external world, right? So our voice is external with the pitch and the tones of the instruments, which we pitch and attune. Then we also have our inner guidance, which gives us, through our feeling, what to do and the solutions to our outside reality. At the same time, with the voice, our inner voice helps us to clear anything that is blocking us from producing a beautiful, fresh, full-toned voice. With beautiful tones, being able to express those tones, sad tones, happy tones, dubious tones, crazy tones. So I guess we're going to come to an end of the film and music show. But before we do, I want to say thank you to Dr. Jacqueline, our CEO of USA Global TV and Radio, Chief of Operations. She has been doing the producing today, so I'm super blessed for that. Please do go on to the film and music show and book yourself as a guest. Or if you've got friends who are creative singers, songwriters, and you know that it'd be lovely to see them get out there. Yeah, please do go on there. And also, the USA Global TV and Radio, we're an educational channel as well. So we also welcome students that are just beginning as well. And we want to talk to them as well as people who, let's say you've got a dream, you've got it in your mind, but you need that confidence to express what you want to achieve. Well, the best way is to come on to the film and music show. We at the film and music show, it's so relaxed. There you can see we've got December, here we go, Thursdays, and it looks like we're on February 2025 now. So it looks like we're booking for February 2025, I believe so. Yes. At the moment, it's free, and I don't know how long that's going to be free going into 2025. So while it's free, please do take the opportunity and book yourself on there. My name is Dr. Madelenechan. I thoroughly enjoyed sharing what the voice truly means to the collective human consciousness and to oneself, to ourselves as well, and how we can bring enjoyment and bring the true colors and tones of our voice in every aspect of our life. We're going to leave you now with the sponsors. I want to say thank you to Audi K Barrier for sponsoring the film and music show. And now we're going to leave you with the main sponsors for USA Global TV and Radio. Thank you very much, and I will see you next week. Bye.
USA Global TV and Radio proudly presents our partner and sponsor, Mr. Philip Sykes and the British School of Excellence, building confidence, changing lives. And now, proudly presenting the Polished Professional.
On a transformative journey with the British School of Excellence's comprehensive suite of masterclasses, crafted to elevate your professional and personal life. 8 outstanding modules will elevate you to the next level. Module 1, exploring life's purpose, delves into the depths of self-discovery, guiding you to chart your unique path to fulfillment and success. Module 2, Mastering Professional Presence and Confidence. This masterclass is a deep dive into the art of self-assurance and commanding presence, which is essential for standing out in today's competitive landscape. Module 3, Learn the secrets of visual impact, how to curate a personal style that amplifies your professional brand. Module 4, Mastering Professional Etiquette and Communication Excellence, navigating the nuances of corporate interaction with grace and tact. Module 5, Elegance in Eloquence. We impart powerful techniques to captivate and persuade any audience with your oratory skills. Module 6, Unlock the potential of your emotional intelligence, EQ, and harness the ability to connect, empathize, and lead with emotional savvy. Module 7, Mastering DISC, building a gateway to understanding behavioral styles, fostering better personal and professional relationships. Module 8, Mastery in Dining Etiquette, building your confidence to perfect the subtleties of dining with finesse, enhancing your social savviness at any table. Step into the Polished Professional program where poise, elegance, and excellence aren't just taught, they're instilled for life. Join us to redefine your potential and polish your professional edge.
To learn more, go to thebritishschoolofexcellence.com. The British School of Excellence are investors in people. Let us invest in you.
Hello, I'm children's author Diane Floyd Bain, and I am co-host for several of the USA Global TV and radio shows. I joined because of the purpose of the USA Global TV and radio. They provide content for the viewers and listeners, an opportunity for people around the world to have their own show or even be a guest on an existing show. We truly believe in helping others get their positive message out to the world. We also have the opportunity for the listeners. You can watch on several platforms, and on YouTube, you can ask questions and even give a comment. We absolutely love it. I love being part of the USA Global TV and radio because I love positive messages, and who doesn't? And we need more of that in the world. We are a family, and we hope you will join us and become part of the family too.